fast. Who goes there?
Hi, this is Giants Media and I'm James Williams. Well, just briefly, yes, I've been off air for a few days anyway. Just personal circumstances and things, and I also found that YouTube were not recommending any of my videos. They must have been really terrible, I suppose. But the other thing is, of course, it's all part of the censorship campaign that all the big tech people are carrying out across the board. So why should, I think Alistair Williams, the comedian, British comedian, pointed this out, and I agree with him. Why should people like YouTube be afraid of people like me? You know, I've got no power, nothing, I can't do anything about anything. But they want to sort of shove us all out and just censor us and exterminate us if they can get away with it. Ridiculous. This, you know, to say it doesn't happen is not true. For many years, have thoroughly enjoyed YouTube, still do. But I don't like to have somebody selecting out what I can watch and what I can't watch. I mean, like Mark Dice, I've watched him for a while. Because he's disappeared from the recommended videos for me, and he's quite funny. He's a really talented guy, and so yeah, that's been missing out. So anyway, the Boris Johnson won the Prime Minister competition between him and eventually it was Jeremy Hunt. And I'd just like to say something. My local MP, who was a cabinet minister at the time, she was the Defence Secretary, Penny Mordaunt. She was supporting Jeremy Hunt, and I did write to her and pointed out that Jeremy Hunt, of late, made two really bad decisions. One was when the row with the UK ambassador, the dreadful UK ambassador, who insulted Trump based on nothing other than a stupid book that somebody wrote as a sort of hit piece, saying that, oh, the Trump administration is chaotic and all the rest. Well, yeah. You know, he had insulted the President of the United States, quite intimately insulted him. And then Jeremy Hunt said in support of him, he will stay on till Christmas. Well, of course, he resigned. But that was a bad decision. What's the good of a useless piece of crap like him, the UK ambassador, I'm not going to give him his name, right, who is arrogant and bombastic, not so much bombastic, Trump is that, isn't he? But you know, why should he? He's useless. The Americans weren't going to work with him, so what's the point of him being there? So that was decision number one, which was a poor thing, because he saved that embarrassment because he didn't win the leadership, and not only that, the guy resigned. But worse still, a tanker, it's a Liberian registered tanker containing Iranian oil, at the behest of the EU, I believe, was boarded and arrested by British forces off Gibraltar. That was Jeremy Hunt's decision, apparently, but I think it would have gone through Theresa May because she's the PM and has to know these sort of things, so she gave it the nod anyway, I should imagine. But that was an act of piracy on the high seas. And what were they expecting? In response, the Iranians sit back and say, oh, that's bad news for us. Knowing that the British forces are nothing like they were in history, the complete shadow of what they were in history, we can't really react, can we, in Britain? What can we do against Iran? We can't take in Iran. We can't go to war with them. You know, the Americans have shown indifference. Are you surprised, since all the hostility from our government towards Trump? Why shouldn't he be indifferent about it? You know, the British government's been involved in a coup against him, been supporting subversive action against Trump. They've called him all sorts of names and bigotry and stuff like that. He has been nothing but courteous up to now, until he had a go at Theresa May in the end, saying how she was a disaster. But, so why should the Americans get involved? They've got their own oil now. They don't need the Gulf. And not only that, though, you look at our so-called friends on the continent, whoa, not a word. Where's their support? Wasn't it their directive to take that ship? Well, you know, it's another mess. That's number two, Jeremy Hunt. So, bad decision maker. bad decision maker. So it's as well that Boris Johnson won. I have my doubts about Boris Johnson, but he's gone and sacked all the May cabinet, or virtually all the May cabinet, and put in firm remainers. Include one of these that also got rid of is Penny Mordaunt, who was supporting Jeremy Hunt, and I wasn't quite sure which way she was swinging. She was claimed to be a Leaver, but she seemed to be supporting the May deal. I don't know what that was about, but she stopped writing to me anyway. So, you know, we were the best of friends, but not any longer, I don't think. So yeah, I just want to say a bit about that. Censorship, Jeremy Hunt's poor decision making. He's out of the cabinet, and let's hope that Boris Johnson, now he's got a fully Leaver cabinet, are going to do what is number one priority: get out of the EU. But it isn't all over yet, because the Remainers are, you know, treacherously against the people. You know what the vote was for. They're not democratic at all, and they are going to pull out every stop to stop Brexit by whatever means necessary. We've already seen a bit of violence coming in. We've seen all sorts of court injunctions and attempts in legally, and they will try to scupper it. I think what's going to happen is we're going to go out on a no deal. I think that's what we'll do. The time guillotine will come down, be a no deal, World Trade Organization terms, and that is the only way I can see us doing it. But you know, that is a good decision by Johnson to pick a strong Leave cabinet, because now there's no doubt where it's going to end up. Hopefully it will be Leave, and we can get on with the rest of our lives, for God's sakes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of yourself.